Hi, and welcome to Dad is a Joke for another retro arcade versus retro console comparison. And today, we're going to be doing the big one. The big boy, Pac Man, and his wife, Miss Pac Man. The two most iconic games in arcade and video game history. Video games wouldn't be what they are if it wasn't for good old Pac Man munching around, going after ghosts, getting chased by ghosts. I mean, this game is the best. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it, but I hate it at the same time because it is not an easy game, and it's meant to suck your quarters, but still, it's a hell of a lot of fun. And if you're one of those people who are magic or magicians or clairvoyant or use the force that can get up to so many different levels by memorizing patterns, yeah, well, there's nothing more I can say about that. That's just amazing to me. So let's get started because there's quite a lot of ports to this game, as you can imagine, because of its popularity, because of what it became. Every manufacturer wanted to do this. Plain and simple, they wanted it on their machines, and I'll show you how many there were. So I'm going to be doing both Pac Man and Ms. Pac Man, just to show the differences. So because there is a significant difference in one of the consoles, and you'll see why, and I'll explain that in a little bit. So let's pump in a credit. Let's see, everything should be connected. Okay, I think we're all good. So let's start. And that's another thing I don't like. If you don't press the up or down at the right time, you are so screwed. Like, my son is like amazing at this game. I don't understand how he does it. And sometimes, there's a decision you have to make. Do you go? Fuck. See what I mean? I pressed up and it ended up going down. You have to ask yourself, do I go after all the ghosts or do I go after the pellets to finish the level? Do you get greedy with the points? Yeah, they're getting away from me. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna grab that cherry. See what I mean? I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. I don't even think I'll make it to level 2 today. No, I don't want to do that just yet. Come on. Okay, got you there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. Ah! And that high score that you see up there, 20,000, is not mine. That's definitely my son's. Okay, let's do some more here. Sorry about that, frog in my throat. I am so bad. I am so bad. I am so bad at this bloody game. Back! Damn joystick. Yeah, I'm gonna blame the hardware. I'm not gonna blame me. I refuse to blame me. Okay, come on, guys. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Shit. 1,610 points. Anyways, we're not here to see how good I am. This is to show the progression of how this the comparison to the consoles. So let's get out of this, and then let's show Miss Pac Man. Where is she? Pac Man, Pac Man Plus, Pac Mania. Those are the other. We're gonna cover those later on. It's probably under M. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. I don't even know my alphabet. Mr. Do, Miss Pac Man. with the appropriate pink screen, of course. Okay, let's get this started. There we go. Ooh, what version is this? This is weird. What the hell is this? I should have done my research a little bit more. This is really weird. That's not Ms. Pac Man. It's there. Let's try this. Hold on, let's try it again. I think there's multiple versions on here. Come on. Hebert and Bert 2-bit score. That's not Ms. Pac Man. That is not Ms. Pac Man. Somebody's playing a really bad joke on me here. Okay. That I'm going to jump out. Now remember, these videos are unfiltered, unedited. I do everything properly. And also, I end up doing a lot of miscalculations and screw-ups and stuff like that. No, there's no other one. Well, anyways, the point is, everybody knows how Ms. Pac Man looks. I mean, I can do this. Right? And you can see it right there. So she's got a pretty little bow compared to Pac-Man. The maze is slightly different. And it is actually a harder game. But it ramps up. It's actually it's about the same, realistically. No, there's no other version. Okay, so now let's move over to the Atari 2600, okay? And I'm going to launch this and I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let you guys take a look at this. So they made this in 1981. And you know how I always complain about how Atari has that flickering issue? Well, it's really prevalent here. Like I said before, the Activision people who made all those great like Pitfall and whatever got rid of that issue. Now look how bad this is. Pac-Man looks like a duck. The Ghost Flash. You can't even tell their colors. The maze is a complete mess. Game is easy though. Okay, come from the bottom, thank you. Let's go down, let's get a power pellet. Oh, got one. No points. Ooh. Oh. The dying animation's okay. Ah. Yeah, I even suck at this. So when this came out at Christmas time, and it was supposed to be the big hit. Everybody was waiting for this bloody game. Everybody was excited. All the Atari fanboys and everybody was freaking out. We're going to finally get Pac-Man. And this, when they popped it into their machine, this is what they got. Complete and utter garbage. This is a hopeless game. Look, I don't want to say that, because there are people who actually like this game, okay? And I don't want to minimize that. But the point is, this was a weak attempt by Atari to make Pac-Man. Absolutely weak and absolutely garbage. Now, look what they did, okay? I'm going to throw up Ms. Pac-Man now. Look what they did. And you'll be pleasantly surprised. Come on, load. Here you go, guys. The next year, 1982, they came out with this. So Pac-Man's mouth moves, or Miss Pac-Man's mouth moves the proper way. Instead of dots, there's still dashes, but that's okay. The ghosts don't flash as much. They reduced that. And the sound effects have gotten better. So to be quite honest, and look, movable chair. They animated that, and the animation of her dying. So in my opinion, Miss Pac Man was the apology to Pac Man. Sorry, we messed up your beloved game so much. Look, it even has the side exits. Sorry, we screwed up your game and made it a complete mess and abomination. So here's Miss Pac Man, and they redeemed themselves. But the disappointment that Pac Man caused was just humongous. Look, they even have the beginning animation too. I mean, how great is this? Okay, now it's just it's frustrating to see all this stuff. See, even Miss Pac-Man's bow's there, everything's there. It's amazing how much of a difference they made here. And they put a little. See, when a developer puts in a little bit of effort, figures out the hardware limitations, and works with it, they can make amazing things. Pac-Man was a lazy attempt, in my opinion, and I think I forget who programmed it. To be quite honest with you, I think it was the same guy who did E.T. I think Warshaw, I think his name is. Super nice guy. I've seen the movie when they found the buried ETs. But the one thing that did piss me off about the guy, and this is not just him personally, I've worked in development for a very long time. When you have a developer with a chip on his shoulder that he thinks he's better than everybody else, and when when somebody says, well, you can't finish that game in 3 weeks, there's no way, and he tries to go do it anyways because he thinks he's so great, well, that's what happened to E.T., that's what happened to Pac Man, if I'm right. So that really gets under me when a developer thinks he's like the best thing since sliced bread, tries to prove everybody wrong, and just fails. Take a little bit of extra time. I even tell this to my developers. Take a little bit of extra time. Polish up your work. Make it look good. I'm not asking for much. That's all. Okay, let's jump out of this. Now, we're going to move over to the Atari 5200, which is a little bit more complicated to launch. But we'll get that sorted out in a minute here. So just talk amongst yourselves. Was it this one? Nope. This one. There we go. Run Atari program. Go down to RetroPie, ROMs, Atari 5200, and where the hell is Pac Man? There it is. So there's a Pac Man and Ms. Pac Man, but let's fire this up. So 2 chips, 16K, 5200 cartridge, and away we go. 1982 again, this. Press 1. Will that work? Nope. How do we get out of that? There we go. 4. There we go. Okay, now you can see why, with the better hardware, you get a better port. But at the same time, you saw the difference between Miss Pac Man and Pac Man on the Atari 2600. So to program for a more powerful system is not that hard. To program something for a system that has lots of limitations is not easy. And taking the easy way out is not good. But the Atari 5200 There is some issues with it. It's not perfect. It's actually really good. The dots are still dashes. And the ghosts are still, you know, not the animated, good-looking ones from the arcade. But they're not flickering, which is good. Ooh, go, 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 go. I'm dead. And then the screen looks a little squished. It doesn't look as elongated as it should be from the arcade, vertically, but it's just like squished horizontally. But that's okay. It's not. That's just a minor issue I have with it. I'm dead again. So you got to remember, this game came out at the exact same time as the Atari 2600 version did. So if you were the lucky few who were rich back in the 80s, and you bought Atari 5200, oh, the sound effects are really good. You got to get the prized possession of this great port of Pac Man, plain and simple. Oh, look at that! I'm making it into a different level. Whew! And getting the high score on this. I mean, all the sound effects are there. The siren sound. There's boogie along near the bottom. Go, 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 go. They're catching me. Oh, yeah? Now I'm going to catch you. Oh, that's fast. No, you're not going to get away from me that easily. Oh, 1,600 points. Nailed it. Oh my god, I can get 10 grand. Oh! And I opened up my big mouth. Okay, folks, that's the Atari 5200 Pac Man. So let's take a look at Miss Pac Man, shall we? Back to here. And then we'll go back up to Miss Pac Man. And 2-chip 5200. Okay, 1983, same time frame again, by Atari. Okay, it needs me to press the button, so F, nope. Is it F4? There we go. And there's the pick screen, the pink bow. Oh, this is running a little bit fast. Now, yeah, down. You know what, guys? I've never played this on the 5200, and it just seems way, way slower. It seems clunky to me. The ghosts are animated a little bit better. The cherry looks like it's out of the Atari 2600. Oh, don't tell me they cheapened out on this version, too. Yeah, Miss Pac-Man just looks like it's going so slow. I'm stuck. That's interesting. The animation of the score when you get a blue ghost is there too, just like the arcade. Up, up. Stupid joystick. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna eat your ass now. God damn. Okay. I don't know, gang. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know why this feels clunky and garbagey to me. I don't know why. I'm not happy with this version. I mean, this version should have been a lot more polished. Okay. That's it for the 5200. Let's get out of the emulator here. Oops, wrong key. Now, Atari 7800, they never did a Pac Man, but they did a Miss Pac Man. And I think I have this upstairs in my son's room with the real console of the 7800, but for some reason I can't remember. I love the 7800s. Okay, that's better. The blue eyes are there. The strawberry, or the cherries, looks a lot better. The whole intro screen looks like Miss Pac Man. And the copyright on this is 1984. So let's start this up. Yeah, look, Miss Pac Man is actually running a lot faster and a lot better. Again, the dots are dashes. No big deal. Look at that. The cherry looks way better rendered. Whoop. Come on, come to me. Yeah, this plays better. This actually looks like the 52... Oh, where am I? Looks like the 5200. But you know what? Not it doesn't look... Well, it does. But it's improved. So it looks like they took their time and fixed it up. Again, am I wrong here? Let me know in the comments, please. Ah. Oh, it's totally surrounded. Come on, let's just make it to the second level. Come on. Nope. Well, I got 5 men, so it should be okay. Because I suck. Oh. There we go. Level 2. Yeah, so far this is much better. But it has memories of the 5200. Interesting. Again, and look, this could be an apology from the 5200 saying, oh, by the way, the little crap we put in, that we did in the 5200, we fixed it in the 7800. But that's, I mean, it's frustrating. There we go. 5K for Miss Pac Man, got an achievement. Oh, now I'm dead. Okay, folks, that is the 7800 version. Which, if you had a 7800, you got the better version, to be quite honest with you. Let's get out of that one. Okay, so we're not going to do the computers. There's the Colecovision, but before we do the... Oh, I want to let everybody know, I'm having problems with the Intellivision emulator. For some reason, it won't run. I'm dying to see how they... Because Intellivision had slightly different graphics capabilities. I mean, when they did their animated... When you played their sports games for soccer and whatever, their animated guys were way better than Atari that did back in the 70s. Then Atari caught up in the 80s. They made it better. But I wanted to see how this looks. It doesn't work, so I'm going to skip it. Now, before we go to the Atari 5200, I got to load up the Nintendo version, the NES version. Now, there's nothing I can say here. Nothing. Because it ultimately is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So if you're from that generation, right? If you're from that generation of the NES, so I mean, look at this. The ghosts look perfect. Pac Man looks a little bit fatter than he's supposed to in the maze, but it's okay. Nothing looks squished here. It looks like it's supposed to be in the arcade. Come on, ghosties. The eyes are good. Even this, when the ghost... Ah! The sound effects are good. Everything's running a little bit slower, but that's okay. It's the first level. Run! Run! The Waka Waka sounds good. I mean, how can you screw up such an iconic game? I mean, the Atari. Oh my God, I'm such an Atari fanboy, but when they screw things up, they screw things up large. I mean, being able to take Pac Man home back in the day, oh my God, that would have been. I don't need to go to the arcade today. I mean, the arcade was more fun, but I don't need to go to the arcade today. I could just sit at home and play these games for hours and hours on end without spending any quarters. Well, that's the excuse you gave your parents. Down. Trapped. The death animation is perfect. What more can I say? Nope. No, let's end this. Down. There we go. Level 1 complete. Now again, the way you can see the cherry and the strawberry there, they're all one color, but again, that's a small niggle that I have. Nothing huge because the rest of the game just looks awesome. Just looks awesome. Here we go. I meant to go down, but it didn't go down. Down. Don't get trapped. Up. Up. There we go. Oh, I might get to the... See, the more I play, the better I'm getting. Oh, and I'm dead. Okay, folks. Yeah, there's not much more I need to say about the NES version. None. Absolutely none. This thing is bang on. If you're an NES fan, you know you got the right game. Okay, last but not least, Colecovision. And the only reason why I'm doing it last, it locks up my emulator hard when I try and exit it. So I always leave them for last. Okay, good old Pac Man with that bullshitty art from the crap version. Let's see what Atari did this time. Oh, it's a prototype. Let's start this. Can we start this? Let's go easy. I don't want to go too hard. Oh my God. Again, looks squished. Like the 5200, but look at the ghosts. And it's dots, not dashes. And their eyes animate when they move up and down properly. They look meaner. Oh, look at that. And they kind of, what's the word? They materialize in their little home there. That is cool. Oops. Careful. Okay, watch their home there in the middle. Look at they materialize. That is so cool. Nice little twist. That I like. That I really like. Actually, the ColecoVision's like bang on. Well, I mean, it's not the NES version, but this for back in the early '80s and mid '80s is actually really good. Oh, I love the materialization. Okay, folks, I think we're going to let this be. Oh, actually, let's just finish this this level. Okay, I think that's it. There you have it, folks. The Atari... Oh, actually, sorry. The Retro Arcade Pac Man and Ms. Pac Man versus the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, the Atari 7800, ColecoVision, and the NES. Didn't have a chance to test the Intellivision, but that's okay. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching this. If you enjoy my videos, please Please subscribe, hit the bell so when the next one pops up, or if when I go live, you can see the notification. Thank you for stopping by. Have yourself a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Take care, everyone. Good night, or good day, or whatever.